Hello guys, and today we are going to do a Monopoly review of
the Mega Edition.
Okay, so first thing we notice, guys, is this board is huge. I mean, it is massive. Compared to the normal one, it is going to take up more of your dining table. They have gone back to the old school ones, but have added a cat when it comes to the counters. They've also added a skyscraper and a depot, and here's my dad lovingly adding the very first skyscraper of the game. The depots are built on the train stations, and they are a lovely thing to get. Hasbro have added a new £1,000 note, which is nice to see. However, my husband, who is colourblind, does not like the fact the colours aren't printed very vibrantly. Some of the new things they've added to the board include bank deposit as well as the bus ticket. And over near Pentonville is the gasworks. Land for a bus ticket, you get one of these. They come in very useful, and they allow you to skip to any place you want on the side of the board that you're on. You get to keep them, and if you pick up this one, everyone else's bus tickets become invalid. The new thing they've added to this game is, while you've got your regular dice here, you also have this, the speed die. It's got 1 and 2 and 3, but it also has 2 icons, this Monopoly Man and the bus stop. So when you roll, you can get just your 3 numbers, or you can pick a bus ticket as well, which allows you to pick up one of those cards I showed you earlier. Or you can roll a Monopoly Man, which means you have to go to the nearest spot you owed rent on, or if nobody owns it, you can buy it. So, what was our first game like? Well, Aaron, my husband, was able to in fact build things on yellow eventually, but he did it in a very, very itchy manner. Who can spot his mistake? Let's fix that, shall we? Who does that? I don't know. Yep. As shown earlier, my dad was also able to build the first skyscraper. However, I am so excited because I thrashed them. With the help of my 4 stations, I owned all of this and had loads of money at the end. And they had to give up, and I won. So, comparing Monopoly Mega Edition versus the original Monopoly. Now, this isn't the one and the size of original that I remember from when I was a kid, but this was a box that we had bought just before Christmas. Now, the Mega Edition, as you can see, is truly mega. The box itself is so much bigger, and quite frankly, we don't know where we're going to put it. But we have it now, so we got a deal. So, looking at the boards when they're folded, we have the regular original Monopoly against the Mega. One thing they have done is actually change the colour of the actual notes in Mega Monopoly, which if you play Monopoly a lot, it's getting a bit annoying. As mentioned before, my husband was not happy with the printing of the money, and as you can see, they've just used plain white paper, which he made a point as a printer, and so they could have printed the colours a lot better. These are the houses. This is the original Monopoly edition that we bought just before Christmas, and this is the houses from the Mega Edition. So they are smaller, but this did please my dad because they could actually fit on the board properly. The hotels from the original, and again from the Mega Edition, but they're not what I remember as a kid, that's for sure. My dad, who's been playing Monopoly since it probably looked like this in the 70s, has disputes over the battleship. It is too small, he says, and they haven't made it big enough. It doesn't properly fit in your hand, he says. I mean, I didn't play Monopoly back in the 70s, so I can't comment on that one. But if you did, well then, can you let us know what you think? Just a couple of the other pieces from the Mega Edition board, going back to what they used to be. This is the penguin from the original set, who was designed by the cameraman from Jules' Guide, shout out with link in the description. Overall, we like the Mega Edition. It's just different. My dad, who again, as I said, played from the 70s, does like it, but feels if it wasn't broken, why did they try and fix it? He believes it's a nice addition, but it does no way in at all is a replacement. So overall, would I recommend the Mega Edition Monopoly? Yeah, I would.
The Mega Edition.